As regards to Joshua, what are we looking at?
April 1st. Listen, April 1st. You know, he's been very quiet. Tony Bellew went out to camp, I think, 10 days ago to see him for DAZN. And he said he's being absolutely beasted by Derrick James, like he's never been beasted before. So I'm looking forward to seeing the return of Anthony Joshua. It's a massive moment for him in his career, big moment for British boxing. Let's see what a big man's got.
And those are the words of Eddie Hearn as he informs us all. Shout out to IFL TV, Coogan Cassius in the building. He informs us that Tony Bellew has visited Anthony Joshua and he looks absolutely beasted with Derrick James. Wow. Listen, now we know Tony Bellew and Anthony Joshua are close friends, so we do have to unbiasedly look at the relationship because the relationship can show the possible bias, right? Because we know how Tony Bellew and Anthony Joshua rock. And I think that Tony Bellew, based on what he said, he should say that. That's his friend. But how truthful is his statement? Okay, well, let's ask other people. Derrick James was amazed by the athleticism of Anthony Joshua, that he can move. And I believe that a lot of those guys are amazed at his athleticism or the way that he is able to move, his mobility, because the narrative was always with Joshua that he was a stiff, big, buff robot, you know, that really couldn't fight. He was powerful, but he really wasn't, you know, flexible enough to get credit for it, right? And I think if everyone's saying the same thing, I am more inclined to believe it. However, I would like the spectator. I would like the guy that's not known to be the Anthony Joshua fan or fanboy or pro AJ. I would like to see someone other than that give us this type of diagnosis about Anthony Joshua and training. See, it ain't about the fans. It's about the spectators. It's about the doubters, you know? And I would love some footage of Anthony Joshua simply because based on what we're hearing, we hear he's looking good. Now, that also builds intrigue because we haven't saw shit. We haven't saw how he looks, but I mean, he always looks in good shape. So, you know what I mean? I never seen AJ fat, you know? So, but we have seen snippets here and snippets there of him, you know, throwing some combinations, 8-9 punch combination, and everybody goes wild. We haven't seen anything. Now, will we see some maybe in the next couple weeks? I seriously doubt it because I think what AJ has started to do, he started to just go on the ground and just let people speak for what the actions they've saw take place and what he was doing or what he's been doing with Derrick James. But it does build intrigue on how he will look, you know, and just because he doesn't show you or show off rather, or express doesn't mean that he's not everything that they say he is. And that's pretty impressive. And again, I can't wait to see him now because when you hear stuff like that, especially from another trainer, especially from, you know, people that came in, you can tell he may have a different mindset totally together. And he may be this mean, lean, ass-kicking machine to come in there and take on Jermaine Franklin. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn by way of Tony Bellew stating that Anthony Joshua looks absolutely beasted in Derrick James's new training. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys